Okay, been asked to have a look at the condition of the roof at number 1 Heath Avenue in Oakleigh. Now, this is a double-storey residential development, 4 separate buildings, and it's probably about 50 years old, I would think. Now, the guttering has been recently replaced, so there's no issues with that. We have been called out primarily because there's been instances of water ingress occurring with the roof. Now, I believe you've had some plumbers on site and they have advised you that they believe that the roof requires replacement because of the white staining on the bottom of a tile. That's actually not concrete cancer like they suspected. Concrete cancer is a phenomenon that occurs when a steel reinforcement inside of concrete begins to rust, and as a result the concrete crumbles and falls apart. That staining that you saw in that photo, the white stains on the bottom, is a result of a capillary action, so water just creeps around and it's the salts in the tile coming out. These tiles are actually pretty good, so they're a Reliant slimline. They look a bit worse for wear, but concrete actually gets harder as it ages. You'll find if you do a bit of research under CSIRO, a lot of the stories that you hear about these roof restoration companies are just myths. Tiles do not get heavier when they get wet. They don't necessarily get totally porous and all the rest of it. And these have still got plenty of strength left in it and still plenty of life as well. So I don't think you need to look at replacing the roofs. I think you just need to look at rebedding and repointing. And I'll get on with that in a second. If you do look at re-roofing, you would never put a cement tile roof back on. Cement tiles are terrible these days. They are right down the bottom end of the food chain when you talk about quality with roofing, and you would always go with a better product if you could. This roof here will probably outlast a brand new cement tile roof. That's how bad they are. They really have cut the quality down significantly, as with many things in the modern building world, unfortunately. Look, if you were going to replace, I'd be either saying terracotta, a good terracotta, but better yet, a Colorbond. Colorbond is a lot less weight and it's thermally a lot more efficient. Come back to me if you want a quote for that. I'm going to give you a quote for the nuts and bolts and save you a fair whack of money at the same time. Now, the problem that you've got with this place, you can see the bedding and pointing is beginning to crack and fail, but it's more the design, and I don't know why they've done it like this, but they've butted the ridge caps up against each other instead of overlapping them. We normally overlap it like this. This person has just butted them up, and I have seen it before, but look, it's not an efficient way. The leaks that you're getting are all associated with those centre ridgings, and quite simply, the water is hitting that central or hitting those ridge caps, and it's going in between the gaps because there's nothing to stop it from doing that. So all of these has got to come out, full bed and point. There's probably some broken tiles up there that we'll have to locate and replace as well. But ridge caps is going to come off. We're going to have to add probably 5 to 10 ridge caps on each building so that we can actually stagger them and overlap them. A new foundation of concrete, 3-to-1 sand cement mix, and then the ridge caps reset onto that, as I said, overlapped appropriately so that you don't have these sorts of issues happening again. Over the top of all of that new mortar, I'm going to install an acrylic flexible compound, which is like a silicon, if you like, with a glass sand mix through it. That's quite a resilient product, will last for a long, long time. And that's about all you need to worry about. I'm not going to recommend painting. Painting on a roof like this won't last that long. The tiles will be holding a bit of air even when you put the paint on it, and that air will tend to expand, and you'll find you'll have issues with peeling. And it doesn't look so good on these older roofs. You don't get that really nice finish, and the only reason why you would paint a roof anyway is for an aesthetic reason. It's not going to make it last any longer. We can do it if you really want to, but I think you'd be wasting your money. In any event, hopefully this comes as good news, because for the cost of about 25 grand per unit to re-roof, and hopefully it'll be less than that to get the whole lot done with the bed and point, so certainly not much more. Look, my name's Steve. My contact details are on the body of the quote. Got any queries, questions? I'm happy to come down and meet you on site, or of course you can just give me a call and we can chat about it over the phone. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.